Hello everyone, my name is Ryan and welcome to my channel, You Are Never Alone. This channel is dedicated to giving you biblical truths and practical advice to set you free from your abusers. Today's topic is more of an observation. It's about beating to the drum of the abusive person. And what I mean by that is when you have those controllers and manipulators and abusers in your lives, they like it when you beat to their drum. Whatever that drum beat is, they like it. And if you go along with their drum beat, then everything's fine. But if you do something or say something they don't like, then you're not beating to their drum, and they are quick to tell you that you are basically going against them. Now, abusers like for you to stay on that drum beat because it benefits them, benefits everything they do. But they don't like it when anybody tells them, I'm not going to do something. So you can imagine you have those people probably in your life, maybe at work, maybe in a relationship you're in, and everything is just completely fine until the drum beat gets off a little bit. You know, there's a miscue in the drum beat, there's a miscue in the sound, there's a miscue, it's just off beat. And abusers don't like that. They want you to stay within their drum beat. It almost feels good in a way because you're being liked, but it's an abusive way to be liked. They like you for what you give them, but they don't like you for having an opinion. They don't like you when you tell them no. They don't like you when you say, I disagree with that. They don't take kindly to that at all. In a normal relationship, if you didn't agree with something or like something and you told somebody, they would say, okay, let's talk about it. Let's try to figure it out and go from there, because you are more about, normal people are more about trying to keep the relationship together than push it apart. But abusers are not about keeping relationships together. Abusers are all about the relationship is what's in it for them. And that's what I'm talking about, the beating of the drum. Let's say you have a boss who's kind of controlling or manipulating. And, you know, they've given you 6, 7, 8 projects. And there's not enough time in the day to do all those projects. And if you were to push back and say, hey, look, which one of these is priority? Because I can't do all 8. I can probably get 4 or 5 done in the amount of time you're wanting to get them done, but not all 8. And they're not going to like that. The abuser is definitely not going to like you coming back to them. They're going to tell you, you need to figure out how to do it and you need to get it all done. Whereas if you went to a normal boss, you would say, hey, look, I've got these projects. This is how much time I've got. I'm not even going to get to it. A normal boss would be, okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah, let's prioritize, get these done, and then we'll move on to these. Reasonable. And the hard part about it is when we're trying to maybe please somebody, maybe we're trying to please our boss, maybe we're trying to please our spouse, there's never enough that you're going to be able to do to please them. Because as the example is, if they give you, 8 projects and you can't get 8 done, they expect you to get all those 8 done. They don't care how much time you have to put into it. They don't care how much, how much stress it gives you. They could care less about any of that. All they want to see is results, and you better get it done. Same thing in a relationship. You could do so many things right. Hundreds of things right, thousands of things right. But when you do that one thing wrong that the abuser doesn't like, they're going to let you know about it. And then you start thinking to yourself, am I doing something wrong? Maybe I should be able to do those 8 projects. Maybe I should never be able to make a mistake. But the problem is that's not reality. The reality of it is we're living to their drumbeat. But we don't have to necessarily live to their drumbeat. Now, can they hold things over your head? They sure will. Can they tell you you're not good enough? They sure can. But that's where we have to realize that we are good enough. That it's unreasonable what you're asking me. Nobody could do what you're asking me. I can't be perfect 100% of the time. I can't do more work than there is time in a day. I just can't do it. And that's where we, who have been abused, need to stand up and say, you know, I'm speaking my truth here a little bit, and I'm going to say what I need to say. Now, understand, when you say what you need to say and you speak your truth, they're not going to like it, but at least you have spoken it. And we do it in a calm way. We do it in a way at work if it's professional. We do it at a way in our relationship that's calm. But we speak our truth because we should be able to. Now, that doesn't mean the relationship's going to get any better. That doesn't mean that me speaking my truth, that the abusing person, the narcissist, controller, manipulator, all of a sudden is going to have, oh wow, I'm so sorry I did this to you. I'm so sorry that, you weren't able, I'm so sorry that I gave you too much work. Or I'm so sorry I had all these expectations on you that I could, that you couldn't do. That's never going to happen. Just know that it's not going to happen. But at least you have spoken your truth. You have showed them to say that I will stand up for myself. I will say things when I need to. Now, you have to understand all of that is going to, like I said, it's going to come with as a cost. It's going to come with a little bit of a cost. You may get a verbal lashing from it. You may get somebody who will try to undermine you after that. Somebody who will always try to get back at you. You have to remember, abusers, controllers, manipulators, they're always trying to get back. And it may not be then, but it may be later. So yes, I think you should speak your truth. And yes, you should hold your own with them. I wouldn't argue with them. I wouldn't go back and forth with them, but I would say certain things that you need to say. But understand that it's probably not going to help the situation. So then you say to yourself, well, why do I say anything? Because it's going to get you stronger. You are going to be stronger because of it. And the stronger you become, the more that the narcissist, controller, and manipulator and abuser that's in your life, the more stronger you get, the less power they're going to have over you. And you're going to be able to walk with dignity and walk with respect. Not that you weren't before, but they're going to understand that you're not going to just be a rubber stamp for them or a doormat anymore. They won't like it. They'll talk bad about you. They'll tell you everybody how bad you are, but at least you have spoken your truth. Hey, thanks for listening to my channel. If you like it, please subscribe. And if you think that, somebody could use this, please send it to them. And as always, God values you so much that he's building a mansion for you in heaven. That's John 14:1 and 2. Take care and God bless.